continue. I'm not doing well, but we shall continue. I need to make sure I get this done. So for you, what you will do if you have $50, just come here on your calculator. Divide your $50 and say 50. The first time I'll go with 15. The second time I'll go with 15. That's 30. Then the third time I'll go with 20. So your first day, okay, your first day of setting the signal, you will start with $15. Then the second day, you might decide to use 20. Then the third day, you might decide to do 15. One signal a day if you only have $50. For you, if you have $100, you have $100 for your first week. You could say, okay, I will do 15. You would say I'll do 15. The second day I also do 15. Or you can say 100 divide by 3. So you have 33. You have $33 per signal. Now for you, you can now introduce the drop because of your capital. Okay, now let's go back to our signal. Let's go back to our signal. Just bear with me, guys. I'm not doing well, but I need to make sure that things are happening. All right. Okay. All right. So let me use Mr. Mbiru's chart. All right. So this is the signal. We are still using an example of XRP. Now for you have $100. Now for you, you can take the advantage of the drop. Now since you are going to be using $33 per signal, for you have an advantage now to apply the drop. You're going to be using $33 per signal. So you come here to your royal queue. So they said the drop is how much? It is 4%. So on the margin call limit, someone who has more capital would love to buy. Okay, would love to buy 4 times because the drop is 4%. But for you, you'll buy 1 time because you only have $33. Then what you have given as the margin call limit, the number of times the robot is going to buy, you put 1, then come on the what we call the margin configuration. Now, you'll put the whole drop. When the market drops 4% as it is given, how many times should the robot buy? Remember, your first buying amount is 15. So you have 33. So 15 times 1 will be 15. That will be 30. Times 1.2, it will be 18. Yes, so 18 plus 15, it is 33. So you come here on the number of times. So we shall make sure the drop is usually put here. That's very important. The drop is put at the margin call drop from your entry when the market drops by how much? By 4%, because you want to use $33. How much should you buy? 1.2, because it's what you have. So you trade your first signal, you trade your second signal, you trade your third signal. You are using your $100 doing 1 signal a day. 1 signal a day. 1 signal a day for your first week as you are planning to increase your capital. This gives you to learn. This gives you ability to avoid over pumping money into the market with excitement, because sometimes people think that if I have $100, I'll just put all my $100 here. The 15 person can do it because it's the only they have, but you have more money. Please manage your wallet very well. Now we are done with 15. We're done with $100. So it's the same thing. You have $200. You have $200. You say, okay, I will divide by 3. It is 66. It is 66. So I will use $66 per signal. You see? So you say your first buying amount will be 15. Your first buying amount will be 15. Your first buying amount will be 15 also. Then you come on margin calls. You come on margin calls. Now, the other one used 1 because it's the only money that he had. What about you? For you can say, I'll use 2 margin calls. Because you are just a double of the other one. So where here the margin, it was 4%, for you will put 2. and 2. The total is 4. The total here is the drop given on a signal. If you go back on this signal again, I'll use Mr. Mbiru's chart. The signal has an area of the drop. The signal has an area of the drop here. The drop here is what we put here on the margin call drop. So it is 4. You see? It is 4%, the total. Now, how many times should the robot buy? So now, let us see if the first time the robot buys with 15 and it buys 2 times, that is $30. Remember, I have 66. That is $30. All right? So within the second time, if the robot buys 4 times, that is 60. So it is more than my capital. So what about if the robot buys, so I have 66. Already the robot has bought 15. So I'm remaining with 51. Okay. So if the robot buys 15, the first time it buys 1 time, it will be 15. So 15 minus 51, I remain with 36. Okay. So when the robot buys 15 times 2, times 2, it will be 30, 2.1, 2.6, 2.5, 2.4. That is 36. So the first time here, the robot will buy 1 time. The second time, the robot will buy 2.4. That's the total of my $200. I'm using $66 per signal. Now, when this signal sells, never forget to compound your money. Because you're also using 15 as your first buying amount. Get back to your calculator. This one, which we discussed and said, okay. So you can download this compounding calculator. Okay, you can go download this compounding calculator. Compounding. Or you can use your calculator, your normal calculator. I explained that. You can use this one. You can use this compounding calculator. It looks like that. Or you can go to your calculator and say, my coin has sold. What is 15 times 3%? So your next call will not be $15 now. It will be 15.45. So signal 1, so signal 2, it will be 15.45 because you have already made some profit. Now, if you have $300, the same principle. You divide by 3. So for you, you have $100 per coin. So you want to trade 3 signals. Day 1, day 2, day 3. Because when you put your money, you are trying to manage your capital. So maybe you have $500. You say, I'll do 3. It's up to you. I'll do 3 times. Okay, you have $500. You have $500. You say, for me, 500, I'll divide by 3 signals. $166 per coin. How much first buying amount? Okay, this is now where you say, maybe for me, I want my first buying amount to be 20. You can increase it a little bit. Because now you have more capital. You say my first buying amount will be 20. Now you say, how many margin calls with my 20? So I say, okay, how many margin calls if my first buying amount will be 20? Then maybe you say you want to open 2 margin calls. The same thing, 2, 2. Okay, now 20 minus 166 is 146. So I have 146. Okay, so if my robot is 20 times 2, which is the best, it is 40. Okay, then 20 times 4, which is 80. 80 plus 20 is 100. But I have 146. So it means I can say 2.5 times 20 is 50. All right, then 4.5 times 20 is 90. So 90 plus 50 is 140. So I have 140. I think it was 166 minus 20, 146. So I might say the second one, let it be 4.6 times 20, 92. Okay, 4.8, 96. All right, so I will come here. I'm now using the double up 2.5. Then here I'll put 4.6. The ability is to make sure that whenever the robot is buying more, it buys with more. Here you see it is you are doubling what it bought previously. And the power of doubling is to increase, to move the average price closer to the current price. So if I have $1,000, the same principle, I may say, with my $1,000, how many coins? I want to buy 3. I want to buy, let me say, divide by 3. So I'll do $300 per coin. Then another one we say, I want to buy 4 times, $250 per coin. So I'll trade 4 signals. Or I can say, I want 5. So I'll trade 5 signals. So they send the first one, I enter. They send the second one, I enter. So I enter 2 signals per day. More capital, more signals. This helps you in managing your wallet well. Never forget, for you as said, you want to use 20 as your first buying amount. You can also compound that. So you come, I'll be using 20 as my first buying amount. I'll be taking 3%, 300 days. So for you, your first buying amount will be different. Okay, your first buying amount will be different. If you cannot get this calculator, then use the normal calculator and say, what is 3% of $20? 0.6. So on your next trade, your first buying amount will be 20.6. That's how. So you keep on compounding your profit, setting your trades well, and avoiding the challenges you could face along the line. So thank you so much for listening to me. I hope these 5 series could help you set your trades better, use our signals well, and be able to be winning. If you're a first timer, I would advise you to start with as low as $15, all right? As low as $15, and be able to see if you could be able to win better. Thank you so much. My name is Julius Kabanda.